Hey guys, it's Killswitch95, and today we're going to be looking at another game ahead on Corellia in the T-34-3. It's a Tier 9 game with Tier 8s, and I'm going to go to the north. I ask our 430 in chat, I'm like, you want to go to the north? Because I see what they got, and I'm like, well, he could probably just waltz right through it. And I'm not getting a reply, so I'm still going to the north. I have like 0.4 accuracy. I can't snipe from G9 to J7. That's just not going to work. So I'm going to go to the north. I see, hey, we got this E1 coming too. IS-6B going too. Alright, maybe we can make this work. Now, for today, I was feeling highly talkative in chat as far as communicating with the team, which if you saw my how not to throw about killing all versus capping and listening to teammates, I'm kind of listening to my own advice that I gave, which is I'm trying to communicate more with my team to see if we can coordinate a bit better. Now I notice right here, I'm like, 54E1, keep us updated on your clip. I want to know if he's reloading, how many shots he's got, etc. I noticed the M46 is right there. I know I'm probably going to get lit here, so I'm trying to put my best armor face forward, and my gun eats his gold APCR. First shot of the game. Tier 9 medium tank shooting at a Tier 8 medium tank. He's side on, guys. I don't know if I can pin him. I better shoot that gold APCR. Really? So I see the IS-3. I'm going to let the IS-6 go first because he's got more armor than I do. I want him to take the hit. I notice he fired. The IS-3 is probably looking at him because he just got shit on. Put one into his lower plate. Alright. Off to a solid start. We got 2 versus 1 up here, and that guy is dying. And our IS-6 is dying. Alright. This is why I went to this rock, so that I didn't get artied. Which actually isn't going to work out, because in a minute, we're going to see that the 212 and apparently the Batchat have good arty angles and arcs, which I didn't know. Try to respot the IS-3. I get lit. Batchat was pre-aimed with gold HE. Hey, props to the 212A. He shot me with standard rounds. I'll take it. So I'm backing up. I'm telling them that be careful, the FV arty hasn't fired because they have 3 arty, and I just got hit by 2 of them. I'm going to knock the tree down in the direction going left so that I can crawl up right, and they're not going to be leading me if I went to the left. I see our ELC's battling over there. I'm thinking, alright, our ELC probably has this. Ah, fuck. Well, that's not good. And indeed, yeah, that wasn't good. So I get right about here and I realize, alright, the M46 obviously isn't there. They also have a Sturv, and this is a really long shooting range right here that we're about to drive into. So we're all stopped right here, pondering what our next move is going to be. E1's like, maybe the Patton's in the dip. I'm like, well, maybe peek and see if you get spotted. And E1's going to peek, see if he gets spotted. He does not get spotted. Which tells me immediately that, alright, the Patton's in J1, H1, something down there. Now the question becomes, he's got like 420 view range. And this is a long, open shooting range. We got to figure out a way to close it. And in fact, the IS-6B, bless him, has the right idea. And I'm going to hesitate a bit, but honestly, considering that they both fired, everybody just fired, I should have went for it now. But I don't. But yes, the IS-6B has the right idea. Get under their guns and close the distance. I'm moving closer to the rock because arty is a thing that exists. So I'm going to do what the IS-6 did, although I probably shouldn't have done it right now because I'm like, shit, I'm going to get lit by the Vetchat. And yep, sure enough, I ate a shot from the Sturv. That was to be expected. Trying to get under here through, there's arty, another one's coming. 82, that's dealable. So now we've closed about half distance on the Patton. We took some shots for it, but we didn't die for it, and that's the important part. Because our E1's kind of stuck over there, for now. I'm like, who's pushing my ass? It's our light tank. And I'm looking at this bush right here, and I'm thinking, can I crawl up into this bush and not get lit by the Patton or the Sturv? I honestly don't know. I'm still thinking about it, and I'm like, if that Sturv's right there, I'll get lit and I'll just die. But I see the Patton's backing up behind the rock. I gotta go for it, see if I can get right here. Get my gun down. Alright, I'm not lit. If he pokes and gets spotted again, I should be able to get a shot on him. Firing immediately back up because I didn't know if there was a Sturv within seeing distance, because I blew my camo. I know I did. And it's going to take a couple times of this guy poking for me to finally line up a shot on him, but I got the general idea of where he's going to poke, and I'm going to be able to see him. I probably would have been able to see him and shoot him if I turned my vegetation quality down, but I like the eye candy. That's just a personal choice of mine. But I know he's going to poke again. It's like I want to go with the IS-6, but I'm not for sure. Okay, he's dead. I'm gonna go with the IS-6. And this is the pain in the neck that happens every time the enemy team has a Sturv, whether it's an UDS-03, an S1, a 1030, or a 103B. They always camp in the base, way in the back, and due to their camo, you just have to push them out. Because if you play the range game with them, they're going to out-camo you and out-spot you, and it's never going to work. You just got to close the distance on Sturvs. And it's a long, drawn-out process most of the time. Especially if you are playing down a one-line shooting range. And yes, he's exactly where I knew he was going to be. I'm not going to drive straight up. I'm going to go around, put the rock between me and him before I come up. This way, he's not going to see me as I show up. Wait for the M41 to take his attention. And this is how it's going to have to be. We're going to have to play the chicken game with him. Guess where we're coming out next? No comment on that shot. But he's about to die. And through a very long and drawn out process, through communication with the team amongst ourselves, we not only won the north, we successfully pushed into a tank that had way more view range than all of us, and a tank destroyer that had way more camo and accuracy than all of us. And we won that flank fight. Now we're gonna farm some free damage on Artie because Artie. And this is pretty much it for the game. That's it. It wasn't a high caliber game. It wasn't really any medals or class badges or anything. It was just a game that I thought would exhibit what I talked about in the previous video, which was communication. Either listening to your teammates or reading what they have to say or saying so yourself. The communication me and the E1 had is one of the major reasons we were able to move up the one line. When I told him to peek, see if he gets spotted, he didn't get spotted. That means he wasn't in the M46 was not in the dip. We could move to the dip. We were going to eat shots doing it because we were going to get spotted, but that allowed us to close the distance, keep that Patton spotted every time he poked, kill him, close the distance on the Sturv, and that's what you got to do when you got to close in on a Sturv or play against a tank that's got view range. You got to communicate and work together, because otherwise a tank destroyer like the Sturv is just going to pick you off one by one. And as you see, the Sturv got, well, not more kills than anybody else on the team, but a three-way tie for most kills on the team because people went into them. That's it for this one. I'll see you on the next one, and yes, communicate with your teammates.